Namaskar and welcome to Sikkim Chronicle. Today I am here at this beautiful boutique named Hidden Land, a luxury boutique in Sikkim, and with me right now is one of the founder member of the Photography Club of Sikkim, Karma Tempo, who is going to speak with Sikkim Chronicle about today's World Photography Day seminar held in this place. So let us talk about it. Hello, Namaskar and welcome to Sikkim Chronicle.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Okay, if we talk about the seminar, what was the motive of organizing such kind of event?
Okay, basically first, let me tell you one thing. World Photography Day is celebrated everywhere. And we also came up with this concept, and why not start something similar in that lines here in Sikkim. So this is our 6th edition, and basically we wanted to, it was more of a convergence of all the photographers together in this beautiful place, sharing and exchanging ideas, talking about their experiences, and even showing their body of work. It's basically to reignite the passion and to also inspire the youngsters to take up this hobby, to take up this beautiful hobby, and who knows, make it a career out of it.
Okay, can you highlight me on today's program? What was it all about?
This time, we had a very, very special and a unique event. We started with a photo walk. That was yesterday, held yesterday. 15 to 16 people came to MG Mark, and they were assigned an individual task each. So what they did was they had to stroll around MG Mark, Lal Bazaar, and all over Gangtok, and they had to select the best 4 to 5 pictures, and they came back, and today it was reviewed by a panel of judges.
Okay, who were the panel of judges?
Okay, the panel of judges were consisted of some experienced photographers who have been doing this art for 10-12 years. We also had some dignitaries who had good knowledge about photography, and some of them are Mr. Chong Tobden. He was the former ambassador of India to Greece. We had Mr. Manoj, the deputy commissioner of Raj Bhavan, and we had the legendary football former international Mr. J.D. Basi.
So please tell us about Photography Club of Sikkim. What is it doing?
Okay, the club. Okay. Well, the Photography Club started in the year 2013. 31st July is the exact date actually. So we didn't form a club, trying to be famous, something like that. It was more of an idea that later evolved into what it is today. So we wanted, during those days, we didn't have people who taught photography. We are all self-taught photographers. We learned, through trial and error, we learned so many things, and we thought a time had come when we have to come together and make way for the youngsters, so that it becomes easier for them. So the concept turned into a reality when we formed Photography Club in 31st July 2013. Starting there was just 3-4 people, then later on it became bigger, and now we have a solid, we have around 20 to 40 solid members, and if you look at Facebook, we have over 20,000 members, but we stress more on quality than quantity. That's the thing.
About the club, the Photography Club of Sikkim. What has been it doing for the photography enthusiast?
Okay, for the past 6 years, we have been doing a lot actually. We have had photography competitions every month, right? Then we have done workshops from basics to advanced. We have collaborated with the top brands like Canon and done a lot of photo workshops here in Gangtok itself. We have done photo walks. We have called, one of the well-known people of photography today. We have called them to Sikkim, and we have had talks, and we have collaborated with people like Aditya. Aditya Arya, and these are the things. So I think this is the way we have been doing, and if you look at the club members, if you first look at their work, and if you look at their work today, you can see that there's been great maturity. So I think that's about it. 6 years, so many workshops and so many members, and I think that is. I think we are going towards heading towards the right direction.
Okay, if we see in a layman's term, or I can ask you in layman's term, photography is all about beauty, scenery, or something like that. But what exactly photography is all about?
Okay, beauty and all these kind of things. It is just a part of photography, right? Photography is so much more than just clicking landscapes and taking pictures of portraits and models. Photography, according to me, is life. Once you begin to have this photographic eye, what happens is you begin to see things in a different way. You try to find beauty in anything that you do. So it helps you to see things better. It helps you to be a better human being. What the people do not understand is, if you nowadays, it's become, because of the advancement on science and technology. Right now you're shooting through a mobile phone, right? Everybody can click a photo. Everybody can click a photo, but not everybody can make a photo. So when you are trained as a photographer, like if you train yourself, then you can make pictures. So for me, photography is all about capturing the moment. That's it. Yeah.
Okay, if I connect my question with today's seminar, where like different members showed their different
Genres,
piece of collection or genre, I can say. How can there were in every photos there were stories. So how do you feel about it?
For me, photography is a story, actually. Maybe you can represent it in a different way, but for me it is the way I am telling a story, the way I see. When I click a picture, that is me trying to tell you a story, and I'm trying to connect with the with the viewer. So right now, if you've attended the thing, I mean, there were so many different genres that we had. Some of them seem to be boring, but for a photographer it was very, very interesting. So different genres, different kind of techniques used, but at the end what happens is actually the same. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but
how can the photographer can connect with the layman?
How can a photographer connect through the images that he makes? Okay. It's all about how you try to show the world through your lens, actually.
Coming to the artist in a local point of view, right? As this kind of event gives a platform to the local artist. So how this kind of event or seminar will help the photography enthusiast of Sikkim? And if I want to join my question, what is the scenario of Sikkim's photography industry in today's date?
Okay, well, I'll take part A first.
Okay.
Hosting this kind of workshops, seminars, it will definitely inspire youngsters. Like now in our club, we have a lot of students also. They first started shooting with their mobile phones, and later on, coming and walking with us, they learned the art of framing, the composition, the story, the different techniques that is involved. So what happens is, when I look at somebody's work, I get inspired. So you keep inspiring everyone, right? And this is how new styles evolve. So everybody is evolving. So these things help people evolve, right? So after you come to a certain level, what happens is you want to reach a higher level. Then you begin to study photography. You begin to look at the works of masters. You begin to read, and that's how you become better. Coming to the second point again, there's no industry in Sikkim, actually, right? It is a struggle. For me, I'm quite okay, because as a profession, I'm a teacher. I'm just a photographer by passion. But there are a lot of people, who have taken this as a profession, and they struggle. We try to help them out in many ways. It's the only way they can make money is in Gangtok, in Sikkim, is through weddings, and maybe doing a few videos for bands. And the only sad part is, we are not quite ready for it. Maybe the photography is a new concept here, right? There were photographers in the past, but it was not taken in a big way. Right now, if you look at the cities, a wedding photographer will ask you at least 1 lakh to 2 lakhs rupees. If he's an established name, maybe 3 to 4 lakhs. Out here, if I charge someone 40,000, they will say, what? Out of your mind, and they'll start laughing. The work of a photographer, a skilled photographer is very, very hard. And maybe it will change in time. I'm sure you have seen, there are so many people hiring professionals, and maybe in the future it will change. But as a profession, it is very difficult, and we don't have the industry yet. But I'm quite hopeful that maybe someday it will happen.
Okay, probably the last question. What do you think is most important, qualification on photography or the passion for it?
I think passion. If you have a passion for anything, you don't need a degree actually. Photography is not a degree. Again, whatever we have done so far, I've been shooting for the last 10 to 12 years. It's all passion. I didn't have to study ABCD of photography. It's just like I wanted it. I experimented with. I fell in love with it, and it's been 10, 12 years, and I'm still with my camera. Passion is everything. And when you've got a group of friends, a group of like-minded people, learning becomes even more fun. Today's seminar that we had, I think went on for 5 hours, and the guests, they enjoyed every bit of it. Even Mr. Jerry Bachi, he was telling me he didn't know how 5 hours passed by, because that's passion. When there's learning, passion, I think, supersedes everything.
Okay, I have seen pure color of shades in your t-shirt.
Yeah.
What does it mean?
Like, if you look at our logo, actually, it was designed by my friend Karan Palzo, who's a NDA product. Right, he is currently working in EcoStream. Right, and I told him about the concept that I had in mind, and he came out with this. If you look closely again, I don't know whether you'll be able to see the birds, the pictures that you see here is actually, it's a black-necked crane. Right, this bird is supposed to be a sacred bird. The Chinese people, the Buddhists, people from Tibet, they all worship this bird, and it is supposed to be considered to be a sign of good luck. The Himalayas here obviously reflects Sikkim, and Picos obviously says the Photography Club of Sikkim, or pure color of shades. Right, photography again, the camera actually, when it first evolved, it was black and white. Right, the world was black and white. So this is also black and white. We could have made a colorful one, but we wanted to show the people that we are actually serious. We are not just something that just came out in a flash. We were very serious people, and this is how this evolved. And there's a hint of color here. Yes. Right. This trying to create a balance between originality and modernism, you can say. So that's about the Photography Club of Sikkim, pure color of shades.
Okay, thank you so much. So he was Karma Tempo, who gave a brief, who briefly described about not only about today's program but also about what photography exactly is. So he also mentioned that photography, anyone can capture photograph, but it's very hard to make photographs. So and with the hope of him that photography industry will grow in our tiny Himalayan state. This is Parijat reporting for Sikkim Chronicle from Hidden Land, a luxury boutique, Sikkim.